This is a story about the importance of relational leadership and how it contributes to change by giving visibility and voice for women and girls in sport. Change inspires change through relationships, through connections, through conversations and collaboration, while all contributing to the visibility and voice of women and girls in sport. Why we started? We wanted to align with the Sport New Zealand Women and Girls strategy and saw the need to pull together a network group as we had so much potential and collectively make a difference. In November 2020, the park hosted several major women's events, including Pacifica Rugby Aotearoa Cup and Sal's 18 and 18 Women's National Basketball League. All in a short period of time. Seeing all the great events that coincided, we felt the timing was right to introduce a Women and Girls in Sport network group for local sports groups that were connected to Bruce Pulman Park. When we looked more closely at our key sports clubs and user groups, we realised we were directly connected with a large number of female athletes, coaches, officials and administrators, so there was a real opportunity to take the lead and form a networking group. Was about coming together to create change. In 2021, the Women in Sport Forum began. We saw the opportunity to create change. The unique part of this group was the relational leadership at all levels of sport, whether it was grassroots or at a higher level. Early on in our journey, we invited Auckland University of Technology to be part of this. This was an exciting opportunity as it brought a completely different perspective to the group, where education met sport. Out of these forums, loads of new ideas developed, celebrating the launch of the 2021 Rugby World Cup and how New Zealand is supercharging women's sport. Basketball Diversity Inclusion event, a collaboration with Auckland Basketball Services, Halberg and Special Olympics to showcase Girls Got Game basketball programs with all abilities. Showcasing ANZ cricket winners, Counties Manukau Cricket's Ethnic Premier League, Best Diversity and Inclusion Initiative, Women's Health and Wellbeing discussions. The forum embraces inclusion and diversity through conversations and connections. It builds organically, and the consequences are authentic relationships from bringing organisations together. We don't necessarily know who will be inspired or what the change will be. We don't know from one forum to the next what will be created. Here is an example for conversations and connections. At the forum, we were able to partner the Robin Hood Stars netball team with Special Olympics, where they walked in alongside them, showcasing diversity and inclusion. Change inspires change, changing people's perspective that in turn changes people's behaviours. We are part of the 2021 Women's Rugby World Cup legacy. Funding from New Zealand Rugby, Lotteries and Grassroots Trust has seen our facility transform to better cater for all genders. Several of our changing rooms have been upgraded to provide gender-neutral changing facilities in time for the World Cup teams to come and train at Bruce Pulman Park. We are proud to be part of the journey and are showcasing the courage to do things differently. Change inspires change. The story began with New Zealand Rugby offering funding to the park. We collaborated on the project that allowed change, which in turn created the emphasis for further improvements to be made to the rest of the facility. The park sourced additional funding to upgrade more change rooms to gender neutral and now offers a large changing room with 7 showers and 4 more separate team changing rooms.
In 2020, Pulman Arena hosted the SALS NBL Women's Basketball League, 18 days of basketball. We challenged Basketball New Zealand and New Zealand Women's NBL teams to contribute back to the community during the time they were based in our region by taking their Girls Got Game activations into our local schools. In total, 27 school activations were completed and finished with a day at our arena. The purpose was to promote basketball in the community and learn alongside these top basketballers who were competing at the tournament. Through collaboration, it has led to some great momentum building within our local clubs. Bears Sports now have a Girls Got Game programme and women's competition each Monday night at Pulman Arena. Numbers are on the increase with women and girls in basketball. An Auckland University of Technology research student is now working with the club, obtaining feedback from the Bears players to understand how we can meet their needs moving forward. Here's another example of sharing practice through collaboration. Bruce Pulman Park sport users and Auckland University of Technology have worked together to create an on-site research hub. This provides a space for students and our sports to solve problems, develop new ideas, and implement the research to the benefit of our community. This all came together by connections, collaboration, and conversation.
Sport bringing people together to serve communities and their well-being. In 2021, the first Oranga Wāhine Oranga Whānau Community Health and Wellbeing event for women and their families was held at the park. It was now turned into an annual event. This was a collaboration between Counties Manukau Health, Papakura Netball Centre and the Robin Hood Stars. Around 1,000 people attended the event, mainly Wāhine women and their tamariki children were able to chat with local health and wellbeing providers. The popular stalls on the day included Asthma New Zealand, where parents were interested on how they could best support their kids while playing netball, and the breast screening stall, who had testing available on site. Women and girls are coming to the park for sport, somewhere they feel comfortable coming, and there is now an intentional shift in health and wellbeing on offer too. Sport is the vehicle for reaching the community.
We see ourselves as connectors. As connectors, we have become really intentional in bringing people together in regular forums to share their stories, challenges, aspirations, and opportunities. Together, we are focused on a higher purpose for the community. You cannot have meaningful conversations or create change unless you have quality relationships. And that means making intentional time and valuing that time for individuals and organisations to come together and through conversations contribute to the creation of change. It is important to celebrate the collaborations, conversations and changes that take place. We often don't realise the impact of change until the stories are shared. Recognise the power of sharing your stories. The IWG conference gave us the opportunity to reflect and to recognise that through collaboration and having champions, that change has inspired change for women and girls to have a voice, visibility and belonging.